This is a conference committee on House Bill 69, Department of Health land transfers. We're meeting because the Senate had added an amendment to the work done by the House, which restored a land transfer potentially for residential purposes in Lander. So as you recall, the bill had two pieces, a transfer from the Wyoming Life Resource Center to WYDOT and another one for residential purposes. But the original bill didn't have a sale or auction of that. And so the House took out the residential part that was a direct transfer to the city of Lander. In the Senate, we added that the land could be made available for residential. And I think the House didn't understand that that was for auction and it would, at the highest valued process. So we decided to meet and talk about that. And we do have a couple of proposed little tweaks to this bill because there's a little people at home are concerned about this. They want to make sure that the city of Lander is consulted. And they would be on the residential because they'd have to approve the zoning. And we've been through that in other communities. But with respect to the transfer to the Department of Transportation, it's unclear if the city would have any say in that. And my good friend from Teton County knows all about this. So we have a proposed amendment that could arguably be, it maintains both transfers, but it just says we need to talk to the city. And I'm hoping we could do that in this first committee. And what the amendment would say is right now it says the Department of Health, I'm reading section 1, line 9. This is the WYDOT transfer. Currently, it says the Department of Health, in consultation with the Board of Land Commissioners and the Office of State Lands and Investments, is authorized and directed to convey its right, title, and interest on and on and on. I'm proposing that we say the Department of Health, in consultation with the City of Lander, the Board of Land Commissioners and the Office of State Lands and Investment, is authorized and may.
Directed on this one.
You want directed on this
Yes.
one? You don't give any room on that one?
No.
Okay. Representative Larson wants directed. We can leave it open. We can fight him on that. And then in the amendment proposed by the Senate, it would be the exact same language, except for it is indeed a may. And it would be the Department of Health in consultation with the City of Lander, the Board of Land Commissioners and the Office of State Lands and Investments is authorized and may convey its right, title, and interest. So.
Okay, I'm sorry, can I just interject? So
Yes.
Go back to the first one, the one with Representative Larson said.
He doesn't
not
want may, he wants
So
directed.
So just read that last part, so.
I'll read it without the may, okay? The Department of Health, in consultation with the City of Lander, the Board of Land Commissioners and the Office of State Lands and Investments, is authorized and directed to convey its right, title, and interest.
And this is the WYDOT property.
This is.
So this is, this is from state to state, which our side says we get.
Okay.
It's the may goes to the residential.
To the
side.
residential,
Mhm.
okay, so that would,
28.94 acres.
yeah, and that
Perfect.
would, if you go back to the Harshman bill, when you say I'm familiar with, the Harshman bill about disposing of high value lands in Teton County, it was, they shall consult, but there was nothing more than consult
Yep.
on the private land that would go to a private
Yes,
developer.
yes.
So I got you.
And we
Okay.
agree with that.
And we agree with that, because that's the state would, OSLI would go nuts if you
Yeah.
didn't do that. They'd
Yeah.
fight it, but the WYDOT land, I
Yeah.
don't think they would at all, because.
No, this is what they recommended.
Okay, gotcha. I just want to make sure I had it. Okay.
So I'm gonna make my kind of point that this YDOT piece is, it's a YDOT maintenance yard. It can be developed in a very perfectly fine way to fit in this neighborhood. It is possible that people are not going to accept it. And they have no way. It doesn't say what YDOT would have to do with it. I guess people could fight tooth and nail and YDOT couldn't develop it. But this says it would go to YDOT. And I
Yes.
think some people would have heartburn about that. But
Well, so I think that the people will want to have some consultation on how YDOT develops it. That's fair. This is merely the transfer of ownership of the property.
and by your point, you're saying this doesn't say one way or another, or if it would actually be developed.
That's right. They're going to have to, you still have to do zoning. And you would still expect the YDOT is still going to have to work with the city of Lander. And that's why I like that city of Lander piece in there. But this doesn't tell them that they're authorized to build anything and how. It's just now you have property.
Can they use it for any other purpose?
Potentially, I suppose.
Potentially, don't know what it would be though.
But to your point, Representative Larson, and Chairman Larson, you're saying that it would be subject to zoning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did reach out to our city today, and it's already zoned public land, PL something or other. And there's a list in our laws and reg about what it could be used for. Now, they could change that. But in there, it looks like it would slip right in according to the existing zone. That doesn't mean they couldn't change the zoning and deal with it and try to fence it out or fence it in or make some accommodations. I think they could definitely do that, but they'd have to deal with that zoning statute or that zoning ordinance that they have. You understand my point, right?
I do.
It's already PL1.
Yeah.
We're saying it may be public land, but the city still has some say. I guess that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I can go with that. I can't seem to get anything better out of you.
Whoa. You sure?
He's been working on this a long time. Now, this has been in front
This
of
really is this was the whole impetus behind this bill to begin with, was we've been working for several years to find some place for YDOT to put that building or to build, because their current facility built in the 30s is on 3 acres and they can't even keep all the equipment there. And so we need a place for them to go. We've looked around in
Okay, I'm trying to think, I understand your point, I'm just trying to figure if the other piece is in closer proximity to this piece.
so it's the light tan.
Right.
Orange is YDOT.
Okay, so could we write in something just to say if the other parcels were to develop, to go to a private developer, YDOT would, or the city would have some,
Well,
I mean, in a next step that they would have some say in it? Or, no, it's not gonna work.
no,
This is the new whiteout parcel.
Right.
yeah,
And this is the old over here.
no, it's,
Oh, it's down here.
No,
That's right. Down here in town.
No, I'm just trying to,
Oh, you thought.
if they could read the tea leaves and see that this is all going residential, and then they could sell it for more money and have their yard somewhere else.
This-
That would be a that would be a higher and better use.
This
You
piece
think they'd
down
do
here
that
is what would go residential.
we've been looking for since '07.
anyway?
Now,
This piece here is what would
this
go
is the
residential.
county, isn't it?
city.
No,
That-
so here, this would
Still
go
in the city
residential.
limits
Oh,
now?
okay.
Okay, this is YDOT.
If I'm a
Now,
homeowner,
why
I'd
not
want that to be a YDOT.
Is currently
Yeah, right there in town,
right there.
Convenient.
which is here.
Yep, yeah, you're right. You're right. Exactly right.
Okay, and what's White Got gonna do with this property?
City's probably gonna end up with it.
It's right next to a city maintenance facility now.
Okay,
And there's,
okay, I get what we're
the
doing.
backside of the property has a substation for Rocky Mountain Power, and that thing has to be
And this
upgraded
is residential.
sometimes.
And
So,
That's a business, that's Life Resource Center.
Right here.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
This is a business park.
Like where the Exxon is and whatnot.
It's where,
pretty close.
it's where, and CWC's right here.
Yeah, Exxon's down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it goes down here. So this is where Maven,
Oh, yeah.
kind of in that area.
Okay.
It's kind of over the hill from most of the area, but I,
You okay, Lloyd?
if it's clear to people that the city of Lander could say, you know, after consulting with the public, say, no, we don't want it. It's public land, but we want to restrict its use by changing their zoning ordinance, then
Is it
So
within
be
the
it.
city of Lander?
yes, everything
Yeah,
that's colored
this
is city.
Lander.
This is the city limit right there.
Okay,
It's 100% within the city.
this is the city limit.
And
Yeah,
I'm not sure that I want the city of Lander to tell them they can't do anything there.
I get your point on that, but
If the other goes, I mean.
I'm the other
I'm
way.
just, or I was just sitting there thinking, it's like, okay, I bought a lot inside the other part. Now, what do I want to have happen there?
That,
Why dot,
But
that
that,
use that goes Monday through Friday, maybe starts a couple of trucks at 6 o'clock in the morning, or some more intense use, maybe I'd take wide dot.
but,
well, it's gonna be snowplows in the middle of the night.
but here's the deal. This whole deal was, this is the top priority for this land transfer. Was white out. This is secondary and it's a wonderful thing to have happen. And so I think whoever develops this is going to have to develop with the understanding that whiteout's there.
Well, I know if you put in veto power, they'll never go for it and you'll lose it
Well, that's-
anyway, but is there any other language you can think of, Mr. Chairman, to get you any closer? And consulting with, you consult with the city council with a room full of people, well, why not know what to do?
Can I push back on you, Lloyd, for
Mhm.
just a second here? They're authorized. If, you know, even if the city says no, putting may in that area doesn't doesn't give the city a veto power. Because all that they're doing is consulting.
No,
And-
the May's problematic for the Board of Land Commissioners. This is saying the legislature has authorized and directed you to transfer these public lands
Mhm.
to this state agency. Being whiteout. The permissive says you may, you don't have to, but you may. And this it's more like us doing a nomination for disposals of land.
Why don't we do this? Don't do may. No, don't do direct. Say is authorized to convey its right. In both places. You're authorized, you don't have to do it.
Okay, attorney.
Okay, attorney.
What does that do?
You're authorized.
If you're authorized.
Representative Larson, so they'd be authorized, but from my reading of it anyway, they wouldn't be required.
Yeah.
Well, what if this thing isn't as lovely as we think it is? And the board, you know, it doesn't say the city. City doesn't have anything. They're just being consulted. But it's the Board of Land Commissioners and the State Land Investment. They're authorizing them to convey.
They're authorized anyway, so.
They're authorized, yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
want
that,
to direct it, so we're directing them to convey that land that is held as institutional lands by the WLRC to whiteout.
Hmm.
Which is what we had always agreed to and had worked on for the last 2 years.
if you go to the Board of Land Commission, say you're authorized to do it and we recommend it and they like it and the city of Orlando likes it. They're gonna do it, right?
But what if they don't like it?
I think they've just been consulted. I don't think the city gets a veto power.
No.
Unless they can come around through the zoning and somehow.
What
do
about
that.
the state lands? Can they say we don't like it? And not have to do it?
They're
Yeah.
authorized. I
If they're
think
authorized, but they're not-
authorized to, but they're not required.
Yeah.
Right?
Authorized, not required.
That's,
You wanna write authorized and not required in it? I don't know.
No, I want them required.
that's why you want to direct it.
Yeah.
He wants directed.
Now on this, I'm more flexible, and that's kind of what we have to do to get it approved.
Right.
On our side.
Well, clearly with a residential, the city's gonna be driving that bus because they have to rezone the land. And it can't be residential without rezoning. And, so nobody's gonna buy the land for residential if they can't get residential zoning. It's the YDOT piece that some of these people aren't happy about.
Okay, are we only gonna convey this piece
Yes,
to YDOT?
yes.
Not these three pieces?
Those three are,
They still belong to the state. I mean, not YDOT though.
Well, all of this is the Life Resource Center. We're going to convey
Right.
this to YDOT, and then we're going to allow this to be sold for residential.
Right, but it won't be YDOT selling it. It would be
No.
the state.
That's right.
yeah. And this clearly is subject to zoning, the residential part.
Right.
This, it's unclear because I talked to I've had an exchange with the assistant mayor. And she just points out that this is already zoned PL, and PL's public land.
Yeah.
And it has a list of uses. And in fact, this is public land where the existing YDOT is. And they think that it allows for that right now. Doesn't mean they couldn't refine their zoning of PL, I suppose. I think the city would have that power. And that would be their tool, and that would be the tool that people could talk about. And it might be things like a fence or,
Well, that was gonna be my next line. That was gonna be my next argument, would say, if you go with the good representatives
mhm.
language that gets it into YDOT's hands, can we throw in one more line and say that YDOT will do everything in its power to limit the intrusion on any thing with things including landscaping, sound buffering.
I don't think you want to make it open-ended.
don't
Well,
figure that
and,
out. Okay, I'm
and
just
look
trying to
at
figure
any
it out.
YDOT facility around the state.
They're built well.
They've got to
now.
be secure.
Yeah.
They've got to fit. I mean, I don't.
Well, we are in T-Tech County, we're big believers in berms, like 6, 12 footers,
Yeah,
so they're in a hole and then the houses are over here
Yeah, I
and
know.
they're in a hole over here. So nobody can hear them.
This is
Start their trucks up through.
this is a big deal for me because I've been involved. YDOT tried to go in here 10 years ago and I stopped it. Del McCombie was so mad at me. Everybody's so mad at me. The only reason I could succeed to do this was if we somehow made this other land available for residential, which is really needed in land. It really needs. It really is.
Yeah.
So how they can be good neighbors, the YDOT facility would only meet, like there's this corner here where they're even close to existing residential, but the new residential, but I don't care about the new residential. They're gonna know what they're getting into.
That's my point, Kel.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, so these guys are gonna know what they're getting into. It's trying to think, do we need to protect these existing users here, these existing people? And their only point of touching is here. And if that's 30 acres,
The road's not, the entrance
they don't have a
is-
road that goes through
They
there.
don't.
And YDOT, I'm sure there are things that YDOT could do to make this more palatable.
Oh, no, there's a lot they could do.
Mm.
And so, and I think actually with consulting with the city, you're gonna get pretty
I
close.
do
Cause they're what, at least in my
Yeah, the
estimation.
the city's gonna ask them to either burn it or put some trees there
Yeah.
or something
I
to
think so too.
protect the
And you-
view.
And it's clear to everybody that they probably could do that. I'm sure they would with the consult. So the proposal on the table.
Darren in here?
The proposal on the table is the add the city and Lander to both sections with respect to consultation. But to leave it directed under section 1 and under section 2, we make it, I actually don't care if,
The other part.
I don't care either.
I think I would leave it as may and let the,
I have to be made to get it past Heiner.
Okay,
Okay.
if that's true, then,
Okay, on the residential, it's May.
okay.
Can we live with May on the other piece, or is there something else?
He says no. I'm not,
Well, permissive, whatever word you want to use.
Yeah. Or I don't think whether you could just take out the word honestly, is authorized to convey, it's right.
That does the same thing.
I think it does the same.
And so that's just section.
That's just in section 2. And it's not may
Authorized-
or,
Authorized sounds like they got a hammer, may sounds like they're gonna talk. It may not be that way, but it's gonna sound that way. to them.
So when I threw this past the director and Kate Barlow, they says, now you understand that it's gonna have to go out to bid. And I says, no, that's what we want.
we want to go to bed.
Yeah, and so they were very pleased that it was getting that direction because it makes it easier for them.
Yeah.
To transfer out of state hands to the private hands, then it's constitutional, it complies with everything. They were really pleased with that.
What's the time frame on all this? Are they looking at, somebody looking ready to, White Out looking to move this?
Whiteout would like to move on
They
it.
would like to move, but you know, the problem with getting funding secured and
Yeah.
everything like that, you've got to have land.
So how about if I throw this out? I think in the end, I'd like to keep the may.
Okay.
In the second one. Is that all right
Yep.
with you guys?
Yep.
Everything else, the first one is gonna remain the same with authorized and directed in both positions
Consulted.
in consultation with the city of Lander, comma. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Is that something we could vote on?
We can give up
Okay.
a May for directed.
How about you,
Okay.
Representative?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Everybody good with that?
Sold.
Let's write that up as a conference committee report and sign it in the morning.
I'll get ready.
We'll
Fair
sign it.
enough.
It'll come around before we start. What time are you guys starting? You know, I think we're starting at 10 too. Does anybody know? All right, thanks,
All right.
thanks, everybody.
Reading requirement.
Oh, he wants a reporting requirement. Wait, go ahead, put it in.
Put it in, Clarence.
I don't know where to go.
Tell her what you want, and that's.
Just that they need to report once land transfer's been done. They report back to legislature of it's been done. And when they sell it to the city of Lander, or whoever buys it,
City's not buying it. It'll be a private developer, I
the
think.
private developer buys it.
Request a report to the Joint Transportation Committee when the transfer to the.
When either transfer is completed.
Yep.
As the transfers occur or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However that works. That works.
that'll work for me.
Okay,
Okay.
that's okay with everybody? Yes?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, we got a report.
Well,
Thanks.
so that's, so. Come up here. You're here, you just as well participate.
You're gonna have to,
A seat right here.
Meredith's my aide.
You're gonna be public
Representative
comment.
Larson? Yeah,
Sit down here.
Representative
Identify
Stivar.
yourself with
Yeah.
me.
She's just bird dogging and I forgot to tell her which room we were going to.
I found
Put
it.
me down, so tell me.
I'm Meredith Paul. I'm a student at the University of Wyoming. And
So have you been listening to this conversation? What opinion do you have?
I don't think that I'm educated enough to provide you with a good opinion on that, sir.
she's gonna make a good
She's in the
politician.
diplomatic corps.
She's good.
So everybody, we're still online. I think we go offline if you want.
Sorry.
Want to vote?
I think we did.
Before we go offline, we did.
We got aye, unanimous aye.
Aye, aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, now your public comment. So